Tonight, a former UGA football player claims the school is illegally trying to punish him for entering the transfer portal. Damon Wilson left Georgia for Missouri in January after signing a $500,000 deal with Georgia's NIL collective. The UGA Athletic Association sued Wilson, claiming he breached his contract and owed $390,000. Well, today, Wilson sued back. His attorneys argue the deal that Wilson signed wasn't a legally binding contract. The lawsuit argues, quote, the University of Georgia Athletic Association has demonstrated that left to its own devices, it will attempt to exploit every loophole to deprive student athletes like Wilson of the ability to reap the benefits of full and fair competition for their NIL rights, end quote. Well, we have reached out to the Athletic Association for their response.